Hello fam, and welcome to another mystery-filled episode on this channel. Yes fam, we are going through the most as the fighting game community, and my proof exactly. Yes, we're gonna start this thing off in a very interesting and melancholic kind of tone. Yes, be sure to be strapped in and listen to what I'm about to say. Welcome. I'm your boy Geek Ghost Gamer Top on the microphone, and boy oh boy, a mystery has fallen onto the fighting game community. Why do I say that? Yes, we've had Evo Japan a couple of days ago, and boy oh boy, that event had a lot to go through. Yes, we had gameplays, cosplays, game reveals, character reveals, the what have yous. Yes, the big guns of the big guns and some nostalgic titles came to the fore. We're talking about Vampire Savior and Hokuto no Ken, the Fist of the North Star, and Kenshiro was the main event of Evo Japan 2026. But why am I starting this way, fam? Why am I actually going down this route that we are about to go into a mystery-filled episode of the FGC mysteries on this channel? The first of its kind, and probably the title or the topic that we're about to go through may not be the first, and certainly might not be the last on this channel, but strap on tight fam, and we're about to go through this and take a journey with your boy Geek Ghost Gamer Top. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, and those who want to know what the mystery of this episode is about on Geek Ghost Gamer Top, strap on tight. We're about to have a very pretty, mesmerizing, and inquisitive end by the end of this episode. Yes fam, come along, let's sit tight, and let's kind of delve into why this mystery has befallen the FGC. Yes fam, so off the top this video package, yes, Evo Japan had the most. It was a very glorious time in the FGC community. Yes, that ran from May the 1st to May the 3rd. Yes, gaming galore, cosplay galore, you name it. The FGC had a thrill ride of character reveals, gameplay reveals, and nostalgic acts that came in for a very interesting run. Yes, that's the groundwork. And now we are going into something very, very mysterious, and mysterious to that point. And why am I going through this? Yes fam, it's something that most of you guys know about this title. Gee, I wonder what it is. Yes, to some of you that had fun with this particular FG title that was a part of Evo Japan 2026. Yes, I am talking about the now very notorious mystery title that this video package is about. Yes, FG title am I talking about, fam? I am talking about Virtua Fighter. Yes, but not any particular Virtua Fighter. I am talking about Virtua Fighter 6. Yes, Virtua Fighter 6, the one game in the 3D title FGC company, whatever it is. Yes, the only title that has never showed up, or we haven't seen anything from Evo Japan of any gameplay whatsoever. Although Virtua Fighter 5 Revo made a splash and people loved it, and we saw more gameplay than gameplay would be of that gameplay. But yes, to the mystery. And why RGG Studios and Sega have you befallen the FGC on this very particular and mysterious conundrum that the FGC has really gotten themselves into? Yes, let's lay down the groundwork for Virtua Fighter 6. Yes, this game has been teased a whole lot of times in about 15 months since the last teaser trailer that we saw of the CES 2024, I believe. This was like 2023, 2024. Yes, where we saw a teaser of some rundown harbor city of China, and you would see some guy with some fedora and coat hanging kind of silhouette kind of thing running roughshod on this harbor city, and he was taking names like nobody's business. We thought at the end of that trailer, you saw the "Are you ready?" kind of figure that came through where the silhouette would walk past, and you'd see that "Are you ready?" kind of thing. And lo and behold, Virtua Fighter came through with their logo, and oh my word, it was a glorious time. We thought that Virtua Fighter was gonna come back and really do some pretty interesting damage control. Yes, fam, I was so excited when I saw this, and not long after that, we saw a pretty interesting simulation trailer of Akira fighting Akira. And you would know that Sega and RGG Studios have come to the fore, and they came to play. And Virtua Fighter 6 was on the birth of having to make a return. After 20 odd years of Virtua Fighter 5, Virtua Fighter 6 was going to make a comeback. Yes, after that kind of time, the FGC went nuts. They had speculations, including your boy Geekos Gamer Top, on speculations of how Virtua Fighter 6 was going to be put down, how RGG Studios and Sega was going to make this 6th installment of Virtua Fighter. Yes, you knew that the 3D fighting game title was going to be really saved, and it would spark a new kind of revolution in the 3D fighting game title scene. Yes, after long that, we had nothing or heard nothing from RGG Studios after the sprinkling sizzle of how Virtua Fighter 6 was going to come out. Yes, it was long, it was hard, it was torture, it was expectation upon expectation galore. Yes, until silence. It was a cooking kind of frenzy that the FGC was going to get themselves into. So, not long after that, we heard silence. Nothing. Crickets upon crickets. And boy oh boy, this was the longest time that we had waited for Virtua Fighter 6. Yes, so long thereafter, I believe like about some 7 weeks after the teaser trailer and the Akira simulation kind of trailer, yes, we saw a trailer of a long-standing Virtua Fighter character, and boy oh boy, this was something unexpected, even to your boy Geekos Gamer Top. Wow, Wolf Hawkfield came through, and you saw that this guy was coming back for one last run. He felt rugged, he felt buff, boy, he felt like a brand new guy on a retirement run. Yes, you knew that Virtua Fighter 6 was gonna come through. Yes, and then thereafter, we saw a very interesting official trailer gameplay arena simulation of Akira. Now we see Akira with the silhouette and this fedora hat and the Donnie Yen kind of coat. He would go through the simulation battleground with, lo and behold, yes, Sarah Bryant, but unfortunately it's not the Sarah Bryant that we were expecting. Yes, a brand new character in the form of Stella was going to go up against Akira. Yes, we knew, and we could excuse the whole thing of how Virtua Fighter kind of left us in the rut. Yes, this was going to be a lot of fun. Yes, thereafter, after teasers and trailers and gameplay simulations, the guys at RGG Studio and Sega and the director of the game, Riichiro Yamada, promised us something very grand, a Virtua Fighter 6 live and direct show. Yes, this was the time where everybody was expecting, and boy oh boy, it was fun. We were expecting, and lo and behold, the day came, and we knew that Virtua Fighter 6 was gonna be a monster of a reveal. But then, to everybody's surprise and shock and the FGC at hand, nothing was shown. Only a trailer of some guy walking the slums of Chinatown Yes, and this fight choreography that you knew that this is another character that was coming. And boy, after that, silence! Nothing from RGG Studios. How in the fuck do you waste an opportunity like that? Yes, so fast forward from that time to like 2025 somewhere to now, where we were expecting that maybe we could excuse RGG for what they have done. Yes, Evo Japan 2026 was that time that we were expecting Virtua Fighter 6 after, God forbid, 13 months of waiting and teaser trailers and what have you. Yes, we were expecting that after this and after the high that Virtua Fighter 5 Revo had come through, we were expecting Virtua Fighter 6. But then Virtua Fighter 6 had no show. Evo Japan 2026 came and went. Nothing. Nunca. Zilch. Nada. Yes. And for me especially, and some other YouTube video fighting game creator, his name will not be named because he is a real lover of Virtua Fighter. Yes, we heard nothing. The FGC heard nothing. Oh boy, this was going to be a real pain in the ass. And why is this mystery that Virtua Fighter 6 has now befallen the FGC like crazy? Oh my word, it is one heck of a very interesting kind of mystery that RGG Studios and Sega will have to kind of figure their way out. So yes, that was the mystery and the groundwork that should have been for Virtua Fighter 6. So now what is the solution ahead for RGG Studios and Sega to really redeem themselves? Please, oh please, oh please, may they come with some sort of explanation to appease the FGC, because it's been a year and a half of fucking nothing from RGG Studios, and boy, we are really about to diminish that hope that we had for RGG Studios, Sega, and Virtua Fighter 6. But I say, we still hold hope, fam. We still hold hope. So that is my 2 cents that would culminate into this video package for you, the FGC, and for how Virtua Fighter 6 really wants to impress the fucking FGC with something, a gameplay trailer, something that will kind of give us a hope that will be what it is for Virtua Fighter 6. I say we hold out hope, fam, but now RGG Studios really have to come through. Anyway, share your thoughts on how Virtua Fighter 6, RGG Studios, and Sega plans to bring Virtua Fighter 6 to the FGC like a present of some sort. Yes, share your thoughts. Make sure that you sound off and click on the notification bell wherever you see it, and share your thoughts. I want to know how this thing really comes through for RGG Studios. Yes, fam, I know, took a lot of time, but this was more than a rant or event. It was something that RGG Studios really has to come through for. Yes, fam, that's all I have to say. I want to hear from you. Make sure that you share your thoughts, sound off, and make sure that RGG Studios come with Virtua Fighter 6. Yes, fam. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go on and play some fighting games. See you guys in the next video. Away!